Hello, beautiful Gemini. It's nice to be here. I have your full moon reading here. We are doing the full moon, which also happens to have a lunar eclipse, and it's on 4th of July weekend if you're here in the U.S. I mean, like, not really anybody's going anywhere right now. But, you know, maybe you are. Maybe your area is doing better. Anyways, so celebrating under that full moon, we're going to do a quick reading for you. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa, and I do the zodiac readings based on new moon energy and full moon energy. So we looked at your new moon at the beginning of the cycle, looked at what was beginning, intentions, and goals to set for yourself. And now we're at the full moon where we're looking at the peak of the cycle where things are starting to bloom, your manifestations are starting to appear, and things that need to be released are also starting to appear so that we can have a fresh start in the next cycle. Whew. Okay, I got it out in under a minute. All right, 3 cards for your overall energy, 3 cards for what the moon is trying to show you, and 3 cards for advice or actions. Chariot, 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. All right, okay, I'm liking this. So this kind of overall energy, this is the recent past leading up to the full moon, kind of what's going on right now. What the full moon is trying to show you, what that is kind of dealing with. So we have the Chariot, which is definitely overcoming an obstacle. Okay, there was an obstacle, and I feel like this is representing your obstacle. Okay, fear of commitment, fear. It could be that. It could just be transferring from overcoming that fear and getting into this happiness. Okay, this is the 10 of Cups, which is like very happy, satisfied, fulfilling life, reaching your goals, being emotionally stable. Okay, the Sun card just popped out. I hadn't asked a question yet, but very similar to the 10 of Cups. Very like the 2 happiest cards in the deck. So we have that, but I feel like there was definitely some kind of fear or anxiety to overcome in order to get to that point. And I feel like you've already, if you're not working on it now, you've already accomplished that, or you know that it needs to be worked on. But I definitely, I feel like you've already started working on that, if not gotten there already. But I mean, it's constantly like once you have this like anxious fear kind of rearing its head, it's hard to get it to just go away permanently. It's a constant, it's not really a constant struggle, but it's something that you learn to become aware of and work through, to the point where you don't necessarily realize it's there because you've developed some coping mechanisms that you know, you don't even realize it's there because your body and your mind automatically go to that and you learned how to cope and all that stuff. So I definitely feel like you overcame something, or you're working on that right now. What is the full moon trying to show Gemini? Interesting. Let me take that one. That one keeps sticking out. All right, we have the 4 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. Okay, I don't know if I particularly, it's really focusing on yourself here. You're learning when to say no, how to say no. You're good with what you have, and if you don't need more, then you're okay with not accepting it. You're not accepting things just to be polite. All right, you know, you go to somebody's house and they offer you out of a courtesy or whatever, you know, they offer you a drink, you take it. You're not thirsty, you don't like what they're giving you, but you take it out of courtesy. You don't have to do that, and I think you're comfortable with that. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here, who is very practical, very down to earth. Not, you know, she's kind of a mother figure. It is a queen, so it could represent a person with feminine aspects to them who is on the mature side. If it's representing a person, if there's a person in your life that fits that, then that could be that person. If not, it could be you embodying that. Being more mature, being more mindful of your spending, being somebody that, you know, can save money or make money, that kind of stuff. So I feel like finance maybe has a little bit to do with what the situation was that you were overcoming. Maybe the anxiety and fears related to the finance, because that 9 of Swords is directly above the Queen of Pentacles in the spread. So it could be that those are related that way. That anxiety could be related to money. But I do feel like the full moon is showing you that you are capable. You do have that in your pocket, I guess, whatever. You have money in your pocket. But you're also feeling better, making sure that you're tuning into yourself to understand that how you're feeling is okay and that you will be okay. Now we also have this Five of Swords, which I don't really like. I don't like it. I don't like it next to the Queen of Pentacles. I don't like it in what the moon is trying to show you. I feel like there is something going on here. This is about being defeated. So we still have a little bit of that fear here. All right. Like I said before, you can't permanently get rid of anxiety and fear and restlessness and that kind of stuff. You can get past it, but it's kind of always there. But you develop ways of coping with it and dealing with it. You acknowledge it, you work through it, and you make it work, right? To the point where you no longer realize that you're doing it. Like something comes up and you're like, okay, that's shitty. This is what I'm going to do to make it better. And then you do. So, but I feel like there's still that there. That's not going to go away, like I said before. But I do feel like it's making its presence known. You will have that kind of, that defeated mindset come through, but I also feel like you know what to do with it. Okay, with that Queen of Pentacles energy there, you know what to do with it, and you know that you can just focus on what you do have. This is the spoils of war. To the victor go the spoils. Like whoever wins the battle gets to take all the swords. That's kind of what that is. And you're just like, well, yeah, I guess I didn't need those anyway. That's how you've developed that way of coping with that kind of thing as well. Yeah, I guess I didn't need it anyways. I still got these 3 cups instead. I don't really need swords. I've got cups, like you can't drink out of a sword, but you can drink out of a cup, and so that's what I'll do. Like you've figured out some way to work around this feeling of defeat, but it's still there underlying, and I kind of always will be. And somebody else, what other sign had very clear, I think it was Aquarius, had very clear indicators for mental health awareness, that just being aware of your mental state. We have a lot going on right now in our country and in the world, so many different things in so many different areas of your life that affect all kinds of stuff. So I can see where that is going to be kind of poking its head out at everyone. Like, yeah, make sure you're checking on your mental health. Okay. All right. It kind of is getting cloudy. I hope we get a monsoon, but it is messing with my lighting. Anyways. All right. Last 3 cards are advice or actions to take. What advice or actions should Taurus be looking at taking? All right. We have the Moon, the King of Wands, and the Empress. 2 majors, might I add. 2 majors. And we also had the Chariot, the very first card, and the Sun popped out all by itself when I was reading the first 3 cards. So we do have a lot of major arcana going on. So this is something that affects you in a big way. This is either like life decisions type thing. Like this could take you on another path. Okay. Okay, kind of getting a little... what am I doing with my finger? Not really. Okay. It's kind of, okay. So I'm getting a phrase with like a line through it. Okay. Those who can't do teach, and it's crossed off. So, and what I'm getting is kind of the feeling of a person who, struggled. Okay. Oh, okay. Like a grief counselor, addiction counselor, who was a former addict. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting right now. Not really having to do with these 3 cards. It's just kind of coming up suddenly. But like an addict that becomes a recovery specialist or helps other people recover. What I kind of feel as relating to, I'm getting chills. Relating to the major life choosing a path kind of thing that I just said a minute ago. It's too much all at once. Slow down. Okay, so it's like, I feel like I may be talking to just one person here. but I may be talking to multiple people who have been struggling mentally and learned how to overcome it and have developed a new system or a system of coping mechanisms that are more healthy than some of the ones that we just develop on our own. Possibly learning these from experience, going to school, whatever. But as far as like a shift in your path, I'm really like literally was just kind of taken to a place of, you used to suffer from this, now you're going to help other people who suffer. And being that it kind of comes up a lot, you know, not a lot, but it will always still be there under the surface. The moon card is about illusions and things not being what they seem. I feel like if this is you and you've been struggling mentally and you've learned how to overcome it, and you have healthy coping habits, that you can definitely be helping others, and that is kind of a new direction for you. Okay. So let's go back to the reading. That was totally a side thing. All right. So we have the moon, which is, like I said, illusions, things not being what they seem, the King of Wands, and then the Empress. All right. So the two majors, and we have the King in between those. You really need to focus on yourself. This is, I think that's kind of obvious. Everyone should. But I feel like these two cards go together here. Like, this dude is not who he seems. It's like an authority figure type kind of person, father figure. Masculine energy, doesn't have to be male. But it's just not really... just the way, look. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna show you these three cards and show you what I'm seeing here. Like, she's looking at him like, I know you can't hide. Like, I know who you are, and I'm not gonna take your crap kind of energy. Like, she's looking at him like, yeah, I know who you are, I know what you're about, and I'm still gonna just take care of me. So what I feel like for advice or actions to take, there is possibly a male person who is not what they seem. But as long as you are taking care of you, that will not affect you. But I do feel like there's a person that's kind of being, that they're either hiding something, or you could be hiding something from somebody else. And I feel like if you are hiding something, that with these cards, it's kind of, you should be like, he's not gonna be very accepting of whatever it is. So, but it could be the other person hiding something, which is something that you are not going to worry about. That's kind of what I'm getting. And then we have the Five of Wands kind of pop out there while I'm playing with the cards. So, yeah, there could be a little bit of conflict there. But you are working on you, and you're going to help other people deal with the things that you have overcome. And I really see you kind of like leaning in a counselor's kind of way. So that's what we have. I hope this resonated. Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more, we have the new moon and the full moon, and I might throw a couple other little readings or videos in there. I do have crystal information videos if you want to check out my channel. But if you want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe, ring that bell, and I will see you in the next video. As always, thank you so much, and have a blessed day.